welcome to Northumberland Zoo on YouTube. My name is Maxine and I work here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you watched last week's video. It was a bit of a uber long episode where we gave an update on the tropical house and announced a couple of species that we're going to be getting in there. This week we are actually getting one of the species in at the zoo, and I'll be collecting them from Chester Zoo. So on next week's video you'll get to see them actually arriving. But for today's episode we're going to head back up to the domestics area and meet a couple more of our animals up here, and we're going to be meeting with our resident alpaca expert to learn a little bit more about our alpacas here at the zoo, because we do have 5 of them. So here she comes now. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good. Right.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm sick of this weather.
Oh, me too. I'm done with it. It needs to be summer already.
I know. What do the alpacas think of this weather?
They're not a big fan of the weather, to be honest. Their paddocks get quite messy and stuff, and then they end up with lots of dirt and mud between their toes, and it's not great. But they have not too bad with it, to be honest. Not as bad as some of the other animals, I would say.
But they have got indoor shelters.
They have both got indoor shelters. Even the boys have got an indoor shelter, and then these two tend to spend a lot of time in here anyway, because Scylla is very human motivated. So
yes,
she loves when people come in.
She totally just charged in here as soon as she heard your voice.
Bless her.
So what are you doing? What's in here?
So this is our tack room. So we keep all of our animal feeds, all our tools and all that sort of stuff in here. So I'm just going to grab some food for them and just do a bit of training with them, because I do some training with all the alpacas. I haven't started much with the boys yet, because we were letting them settle in, because we've got 2 new ones that came with our old boy Bravado. So we're just letting their kind of dynamic settle down, because Bravado's a bit pushy sometimes, so we're just letting that settle for a while before we kind of do anything crazy with them.
And what sort of food do you give them then?
So they have a special alpaca mix, which has all their stuff that they need, things like biotin, which is really good for their hooves, and lots of minerals and vitamins and all that sort of thing.
They are very keen.
Yes.
Hi kids.
They often are.
How's it going? Oh, bless them, they're so excited.
Hi! Hello! That's a bit.
Oh, I'm missing the food. I'm too busy looking at cute. So you've got a little training pouch there?
Yeah, just a little training pouch. Just makes it a little bit easier for me. Also, it prevents Scylla from actually getting in it, because she likes to eat it out my pouch sometimes. She's very naughty. So these ones are quite good because they do clip straight on and like just seal themselves up, so it's quite easy.
So explain to me, what are you training for today, and who are you training?
So I'll just be training Scylla and Natasha, which is mum and daughter over there. We're just training them to go onto head collars at the moment, just to kind of make their general care a little bit easier. It can also be quite enriching for them, taking them for walks and things like that. A lot of places do alpaca walks, and it's quite therapeutic for people as well. So that's the plan, is to try and get them halter trained to do that. Natasha will walk on a head collar. She has done it before, but she's quite a nervous alpaca, so it's just kind of trying to do it in a way that she's quite comfortable with me putting the head collar on. And then Scylla, obviously never done head collar training before she came here. She's quite brave and quite just brave and bold, but yeah, she's really funny. We've got to the point where we can get the head collar on her, but she's not too keen on moving with it at the moment. She'll just kind of stand there and be like, I can't move, it's too heavy. So yeah, we're getting past that though, but she is getting there with it.
Wicked. Right, well, don't let me keep you.
No
I'll
worries.
just...
Hi!
So do you actually do it? You do it in the pen with them?
I do it in the pen with them, and then I just have a word that is like the bridge word to say that they've done what I've asked them to do. So I'll do different things. Started with basically just hand feeding them initially to just get them used to kind of me being around their face and things like that. And then with Natasha, it's just very slow progress. So it's getting her in a position where I could put my arm around her neck to then put the head collar on. She will eat through the head collar nose as well. So sometimes I'll put my hand with food like that and hold it like this, and then she'll put her nose through it, which is kind of a good step for her. Hi. But yeah, she's quite keen on it. It's just she's a little bit nervous sometimes, but Scylla is just very bold with it. So we'll see how it goes. Hi. Hello. Hi.
Just tell me where you want me to stand.
Wherever. Just,
yeah, okay.
Fine.
Are you receiving my
Good.
minimal rock?
Good.
Yeah, go ahead. Do you know who's on kitchen today?
Good.
Yeah, I do.
Cheating. Good. You can come. You can come. Natasha. Bye. Hello. Come on then. Yeah. Good. 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 Right, shall we do bits? Hello.
So how old is Scylla?
So Scylla was born in November 22, I think.
Yeah.
22. So she is just over a year old now. She's still very much a mama's girl. Good. Good girl. Good. A bit more. Good. Well done. Good. Good. Well done, sweetheart. You want to go? Hey. Tasha? You've already done some. Good. Well done. Good.
One of the trickiest things about animal training, especially in situations like this, is trying to train two animals at once. Generally, you want to try and separate them to train them independently to get the best results. But when we've got a mother and daughter like this, I think Kaz is doing a really good job of independently managing both of them. The most important thing is to catch that bridge cue
Good.
at exactly the right moment.
Well done.
Hello.
Good.
I haven't got anything. Sorry.
Good.
Haven't got anything.
Done, sweetheart.
Hello.
Well done. Very good, girls. Good.
You
Good.
obviously really like that food.
Yes. Yeah. Last bit. Well done. All gone. All finished. Good girls. Well done. So now
I haven't got
their
anything.
main food.
haven't got
So then
anything.
they know that the session's finished and they just get a big reward for taking part. So I'll just go and grab that for them.
Oh.
Good girl. No, then. No, not yet. Be patient.
But she's so excited.
There you go. Good girls.
So yeah, what's the plan for Scylla then? We're going to go meet the boys here shortly. So
Yeah.
what's the plan?
So we're hoping eventually, when she's grown a little bit bigger, that we can hopefully breed from her. Mum, Natasha, she's about 16, 17 years old, so we don't really want to breed from her anymore because she's getting near kind of just getting quite old basically. So we don't want to breed from her anymore. These two actually came from a farm park that was shutting down and they didn't know that Natasha was actually pregnant, so that's why she's called Scylla, as you know, Scylla Black. Surprise, surprise. So yeah, they weren't 100% sure that she was pregnant, but these two get on really well and Natasha's doing incredibly well for her age. really. She's not really got any signs of any problems, so we don't really want to push her to do any more breeding. But Scylla is a little bit small at the moment compared to our boys, so we're just going to wait for her to grow up a little bit, but hopefully we can breed her. We've got 2 intact males that we can breed from, so hopefully we can have some babies at some point.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have like a big herd. And
Yeah.
the reason why the boys are separate at the minute is just because we don't want them hassling them.
Yeah, basically, especially with Natasha being the age she is as well. We don't
Yeah.
want them trying to mount her or doing anything like that. But it would be nice to have a group of alpaca. They are a herd species, so they do need to live in groups. But these 2 get on really well as a pair.
So the plan is to have hopefully like a group of girls and a group of boys.
Yeah.
And just maintain that long term.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's them done.
Nice.
Shall we go meet our boys?
We'll go meet the boys.
Yeah, awesome.
Some more snacks for them.
Hello. Go on.
Yeah.
Hi. What are you guys doing?
We're going to groom Jet and Jazz, get all the mutts
Oh,
out of
the daily grooming time.
Yep.
Mint.
Gloves because the dirty sandy.
Oh, are they? Just like mucky.
It's wet sand as well.
Grim. Grim. So, oh, more training treats.
More training treats. We're just going to be doing a bit of hand feeding with them for the moment, and then yeah, see if they come over for that.
Yeah, cool. So, just while we're on our way up there, then alpacas are like one of your. Are they your favourite?
I love alpaca, yeah. I think they're great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scylla, I've never met an alpaca like Scylla, to be honest. She's just so confident, and she loves scratches and things like that. She loves a good chin tickle. She loves beards as well. So she likes to nibble, not obviously on me, but she likes to nibble beards. But yeah, she's a very, very sweet alpaca. And Natasha is absolutely lovely as well. She's just very, very nervous. She doesn't really like being touched, but she's got a very sweet nature.
Yeah, and I suppose that the other thing as well is that these alpaca haven't necessarily lived at a visitor attraction before, so they're not necessarily used to seeing so many people. But that's what's great about Scylla, is she came to us at like 4 or 5 months old.
Yeah.
So she's had like loads of attention from a very young age, so she's sound.
Yeah.
So we're really hoping that all 5 alpaca will become equally as friendly, and like Kaz says, be able to do like alpaca walks. I mean, what do you think about that? Do you fancy walking an alpaca? I don't know. I think Kaz would do it.
I would love it.
You would love it.
Yeah, it will just make their management a lot easier if we've got to rotate them around paddocks. We can lead them rather than having to herd them. And if we need to do any veterinary attention as well, it's a lot easier to catch them that way rather than having to kind of herd and grab.
No.
So it just makes their management a lot easier and nicer as well.
Wicked. So yeah, we're up in our domestics area at the minute. It has been a nightmare. Look at the state of these paddocks. But our 3 boys are the only boys that are out here at the minute. All the rest of the hoof stock are actually inside. So what a mess. If any of you guys have been to the zoo recently, you'll know what I'm talking about, but we just cannot wait for the dry weather so that all this just goes away. What's it been like working in this, Kaz?
It's not been great. I feel like just fighting a losing battle sometimes with it, and just all the paddocks are just complete mud at the moment, which is not great for them or for us. It doesn't make pushing wheelbarrows and poo picking and all that sort of stuff easier. Makes it a lot harder. So
Right,
Hi.
Here we are.
hi, bravado. No.
Yeah.
Hi.
Here we go.
So this is Bravado. He is an older boy that we've had for a bit longer than the other 2 boys. So Bravado is the boss of these 3. He's very bold, very confident. Aren't you? Yeah. But he's actually quite sweet. He will hand feed really well from people. And he's definitely got a lot more confident as well in the last kind of few weeks. So with him, I've just kind of been working on bonding with him at the moment, because because he hasn't really done any of this head collar training either. So it's starting from stage 1 with him, same as Scylla. So this was kind of the first sort of steps that I would do with Scylla. I would just start with hand feeding her, and also kind of getting used to kind of raising hands and tickling chins and things like that. But he's a lot more difficult than Scylla, because he's not as confident as she is, but he is definitely quite a good boy. But he does get grumpy with the other two, especially around food time.
Noticed. What was that?
We're not 100% sure how old Bravado is, but yeah, we're not really sure.
Is there anything that you can look at to try and figure that out? Is it the teeth? Is it
I imagine it would be the teeth. That would probably be something that our vets could look at and do a judge of age and things.
So who is actually a potential father and who isn't here?
So Bravado is a potential father, because he is still intact, and then Mandu, which is the one at the back, so just the white one, is also intact, but Frobisher here at the front, he's been castrated, so he won't be bred from.
And Frobisher is quite pretty because
he is very, very pretty. He's got very pretty eyes.
Yeah, he's got the silvery eyes. Is he quite friendly, or will they not come over?
He might be a bit nervous with the camera, and also because of Bravado. But are you gonna? I'll try and keep you busy over there. This one. Are you gonna come? There. That's not very nice, is it? That's so mean.
So I'm guessing when you normally do alpaca training, I've kind of caught you off guard today, but you normally have 2 people, don't you?
Yeah, I sometimes have 2 people. We are thinking about as well the idea of moving on into the other paddock as well. I had a trio of boys that we used to have here, who I would separate for training, because it just made it a lot easier, especially when you've got one that's very, very bulgy and very confident. It just makes it a little bit harder for the other 2 to get involved. Frobisher's actually really friendly as well. Mandu's a little bit more nervous. He tends to stick to the back, and just kind of comes over when the others are not really around and things. But these guys they're quite new to the zoo. They've not been here very long now. I think it's maybe a month or so that they've been here. You're so mean. So yeah, they're still settling in at the moment, but they have sorted out their hierarchy. We think that Bravado is definitely the boss out of these 3. But they got on really well, to be honest. They had a few scraps and things, but it went really well with their introduction.
Okay, no worries, I'm coming down. Do you need me to bring anything?
Hi!
So yeah, I think probably one of the best things to do is just wait until these paddocks dry up a little bit, and then, you know, once we've got a bit more staff time, separate them off, and then you can actually start working with, well, not separate them off, because they get really stressy when they're on their own.
Yeah, definitely.
So it is a tricky species to manage, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah. At least with these paddocks, they can still see each other, so even if you have split them just for the training, they can still kind of interact with each other and stuff like that. But ideally you want to keep them together with the training. But you can work on things such as like station training, so you can tell one to station and just stay where they should stay while you work with the other ones, and then you can then call them like one by one when it's their turn. So that might be something that we can look at doing. Both Frobisher and Mandu have already been halter trained. At the moment it's just kind of building on that confidence again. Now they've come to a new place, new people, all that sort of stuff, but they will walk on head collars really well, because they came from an alpaca breeder who does a lot of that sort of stuff.
Yeah, so apparently the Frobisher here is very, very rare and very sought after colour, because he's got like the funny coloured quiff on top, which is a little bit bedraggled at the minute, and then it's got the different back colour to the front colour. Do you know what, I'm not very good with this kind of, can you describe that any better than I can?
Probably not. I mean, I would describe him as kind of grey and white, but I'm sure there's a more technical term to it. It might even be something like a blue, which is often used for grey colours, but his eyes are beautiful. He's got like blue bits in them as well, which is really, really nice.
Oh, bless.
So
they're
funny.
amazing. So yeah, thank you so much for
No
letting us
problem.
meet your alpacas. Anything else that you want to say about them?
Don't think so. No.
If you're a member of the public visiting the zoo and you want to come and see the alpaca, what should we tell them?
I would say, yeah, definitely come and see them. And if they're over at the fence, especially if Scylla's over at the fence, give her a good scratch because she loves it. She's always looking for attention from people. So it's really nice. I think it kind of maybe helps people get over the fact that, you know, I think a lot of people think alpacas and llamas and like camels, all they do is spit at you, but actually they can be really friendly, and you can do quite a lot with them and stuff like that. Obviously they still have the potential to spit and stuff like that, but they can definitely be nice, and a really good animal. They do really funny things as well, like they have like zoomies and they just prance around, and yeah, they're hilarious to watch.
Yeah, wicked. Cool. Well, from me and Kaz, Bravado, Frobisher, and can't remember the last one. Mandu. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any kind of alpaca related questions, please do drop them in the comments below, and if you haven't done already, please do remember to subscribe to the Northumberland Zoo YouTube channel and like this video, and I shall see you next week. Next week I'm going to be doing some unloading of some of the new animals that are moving into the tropical house, so be sure to tune in for that.